Hi everyone, it's Adrienne in New York again. Wanted to film a second quick video because I received a package in the mail today and I'm so excited. Upon Lisa Eldridge's latest release, lip release, I snagged quite a few goodies, and this is just one of the many items I picked up. This actually is such a beautiful bag. I mean, it's just crazy beautiful. It's real like true velvet, and the design is so gorgeous. I think I'm going to keep all her lip products in here. I had a few from her previous releases, which I will swatch today as well so we could compare. And I just kind of wanted to share with you my new Lisa Eldridge, which I'm super excited about. And if you've never ordered from her, hopefully this will help give you some further info. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So in order to get this bag, you had to get one of the kits, the lip kits, and the lip kit contained matching lip liner, which is new to her collection, a velvet lipstick formula in the matching shade, and also a lip gloss. And when you got it, you got, and the collection that I got, which is a shade that I had wanted for a while and I missed out the first release and I really wanted it, is Velvet Muse. So everything comes in this beautiful cardboard packaging with gold and white. The lip liner is this one here, and on my lips throughout this video, at least for this portion, I'm actually wearing one of the new lip glosses from the collection, so I'll get to that one soon. So this is the lip liner. What was interesting about this one, I've already swatched everything for myself and tried it all on, and I got so excited. I said, oh, let me film a video because, you know, I want to share that excitement. She had said this in her release video, but it was true. In order to get this pencil cap off the first time, it took a lot of effort. She talked about it, how it was like vacuum sealed to prevent any air from really contaminating the product, which is a gel formula, and it can actually dry out. So I was, even though I knew this information and she really drove home the point in her video, it's not that I forgot. I was still really surprised at the amount of effort. And actually in yanking it, I accidentally nicked the top of the pencil, but so I've already sharpened it once. Sharpens really well. It's a really creamy gel formula. In fact, it's so creamy. I'll be curious as to its staying power, so I'm going to actually just leave it there swatch. But when you line your lips with it, you can simply just blot your lips together and it fills in your entire lip. So that's how creamy it is. It's almost like a super matte lipstick that actually goes on like a lipstick. I think it is long wear. I believe that's what she said. I'm not like a connoisseur of lip liners, so that should be interesting. But I really do like the color. It's sort of, on me, a rosy, a browny rosy color, like one shade deeper than nude, which is what I wanted. I wanted a daily color, and you're going to see why, because my older colors, the colors that I acquired the first time around, are quite dramatic, and I just wanted something. I wanted to enjoy her formula in shades that were highly wearable for me, something I could throw my bag in. I didn't want them to be just special occasion shades, if that makes sense, now that I knew I liked the formula. The next item in the bag for Velvet Muse was the actual Velvet Muse velvet lipstick. And again, it's just like beautiful container. And it has, I mean, it's like this matte gold with her little logo on top. I'm sure you've seen all of this already. And it has a great magnet. It's really strong. It just feels very expensive. And so that's it. And you could see, if you've never seen a close-up of these, the outside literally feels like velvet. But the lipstick itself is very creamy. So it has this like textured finish in the mold on the outside. And I'll just swatch this one for you really fast. So you see it's a true match to the lip liner. The lip liner is not any deeper, any lighter, which I think would make a lot of people happy, because I think one of the complaints is, you know, the lip liner just doesn't complement well, or it's too deep, or it's not the exact shade. So if you're one of those people that like to lip line their lips entirely, you know, and for longer wear, that's definitely it. Though with her lipsticks in particular, they are long wear, so you don't really have to worry, but it might be good to have that lip liner in conjunction with the lip gloss. So this is the lip gloss box, just like really, really, again, very sleek. And the lip gloss itself is this like chubby, you know, lip gloss, again with the same matte top with her logo. And just to give you like a comparison, this is like the Maybelline lip gloss. So the lifter lip gloss. So it is smaller, but I think it has basically the same amount of product, because all her product is filled to the rim, whereas like this one has all this acrylic around it. I actually didn't check to see the exact weight difference, but yeah, it feels very, very luxurious. So this is also the lip gloss in Velvet Muse, or in Muse actually, not Velvet Muse. And I'll just put that on. And again, this could be built up in layers, or it could be sheared out. But again, it's exactly the same color. It's definitely, if you like the tone of a lipstick and it has a lip gloss now, you know what you're gonna get, which is nice. Like if you really, really love a shade, but you just want it in a different formulation because maybe it's summer and you like glosses more in the summer, or, you know, or reverse, if you like the gloss and now it's like, oh, you want something a little more long wear because we're always wearing masks, you don't really want a lip gloss, you know exactly what you're gonna get because the shade matches are perfect. They're spot on. So that is what came in that kit. And again, the bag is just sumptuous, like really, really sumptuous. It's so luxe and beautiful. I can't wait to just have it out and like enjoy looking at it. Then the other lippies I got were Velvet Blush, which is a really pretty kind of like mulberry color. It definitely has more vibrancy to it. It's brighter. I really love these shades on me. They just kind of bring my face to life, and I always seek out these sort of shades, these sort of like mid-tone, true roseberry shades. Nothing too vampy. I mean, I love the vampy too, but so that's that shade that I got. And I also got this gloss that I have, which is in Go Lightly. Now you'll see this looks quite coral, venturing on almost like neon in the package, but it's actually a really pretty pink salmon color. That's that one right there. So I feel like I did good in terms of like trying to get shades that were like more like day wear. I'm gonna swatch the 4 other lipsticks that I have in her collection from previous launches that you'll kind of see why I ventured for the lighter neutral tone. The first shade I have is Velvet Decade, which is well loved. And this one's almost like a brownie berry. And it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. The next one, I'll swatch that one last. The next one I have is Velvet Ribbon, which is of all, oh my God. I mean, like, this red is so, it's so incredible. And just the finish of it is so gorgeous, right? This is Velvet Ribbon. This is the red that I committed to from her first launch. I think, and I love it. I love it. It's a more bluey based red. It looks much more orangey, but it's actually a true classic red, which I like. And then the last of the velvets that I have is Velvet Midnight, which is really dark and vampy. So this is definitely more purple vamp deep, and this is more of a brownie with a bit of almost like also like a rose in it. There's definitely some warmth in this, but I'd say this is a very 90s shade, and this is just pure eggplant pigment. I love that. So these were the shades I previously had. My sister gifted me one shade. This is in another formulation of hers, which I had never tried. This is actually, I don't know what formulation this is, but it's called Love of My Life. And it's creamy. It's not velvet, so you'll see it has a sheen to it. And it's also not fully opaque. It's almost like a tinted balm. And it's this really pretty fuchsia color. So those are the shades that I have. I thought it would be fun to do a quick swatch for you, just so you could see it on the lips and kind of see what it looks like. And yeah, I have to say, I would definitely recommend trying out her formula. If I think about a formula that's very similar to the Velvet formula, it's not quite exactly like Charlotte Tilbury's Matte Revolution or the Matte Trance from Pat McGrath, but it's definitely knocking on that door. It has its own, it's much more velvety and has less of an oil feel, like embedded in it somehow. So I'd almost say it's closer to the Matte Trance formula of Pat McGrath. But the shades I just think are incredible in this formula. And I also think, at least I've always really upheld like Lisa Eldridge as someone who has given me some of the best makeup advice I've ever received. And I really love how she applies makeup and uses products and uses them creatively. And so I know just from using her formula and watching videos on how she applies, how many different effects you can get from her lipsticks by just using a brush, blotting. There's all these different kind of ways to create, a dozen different looks with just a few of her lipsticks. And so I appreciate that. And I also just appreciate the craftsmanship. I mean, this is absolutely everything about this entire item, the packaging, the colors, the thought process behind it. You feel it when you hold it, and it just feels really, really special and luxurious. And it's still yet not as expensive as, Tom Ford, which I don't feel is as luxurious or as expensive feeling as it could be for its price point. I hope that makes sense. So I do know it's still an investment, but definitely like next time around, treat yourself. It's a great formula if you're particularly into wearing more of a long wear feeling lipstick. And if you're a lip gloss person, I mean, these are lovely too. Though I will say, their texture is very, feels definitely like there's an oil in it, and there's also, it also feels very gel-like. So it's like a hybrid between the two. And almost immediately when I put it on, it did remind me of another formula, which is easier to kind of get your hands on and has a much broader range. Certainly not as luxurious. Certainly even like the doe foot applicator on here is like way nicer. But the Bobbi Brown crushed oil infused gloss. So here is one that I have. This was a limited edition one. But it has very much the same feel, where it has some color, it's not fully opaque, it has that gel consistency with that oil, so it feels nourishing, hydrating, but you could talk and you're not going to get that weird kind of like interior white line or the buildup in the corners. It's just really, really comfortable. So I highly recommend the Bobbi Brown formula, and I really love these too. So, but these might be easier to get your hands on just because of the stock with Lisa's kind of releases. They're really just limited, and you might not be able to get your hands on it. So if you're still looking for something really nice, just like this, it's kind of, you could probably find even a very comparable color in this collection. So these are unbelievable. Another formula that sort of reminded me of a little bit, and it could have a little bit of a cat hair, is also the Tower 28 formula. So this feels to me that it's gel. It has some tinge. I would say that this and the Bobbi Brown have a bit more pigment in it than the Tower 28. But if you like the comfortability of the Tower 28 formula, that sort of like gel finish, you might like these. This will be a little bit more long wear because I've already been wearing this for a couple of hours, and it feels still great on the lips, really easy. It's certainly like the gloss of it has died down a bit, but it's still there. And so I'm just gonna start the lip swatching and stop talking and figure a way to edit all of this so that it's smooth. So, so this color is Go Lightly. I'm just applying a little bit more. Just so you could see the full color. I just think it's such a pretty happy pink. Pink, coral, salmon. I guess I'll do both of the glosses along with the lip liner, just so that you have that comparison. Oh, it's so sad to wipe them off. What does that make you so sad about swatch videos, like having to wipe off such nice, expensive products? I don't know. Is it me, or is it just me? Or does it just make me sad? So this is a lip liner. So you see, it's sort of like my lips, but better color. Definitely more nude, like a deeper nude. Any lighter than this, and it just would look pretty washed out. And in fact, I did pick up another color, but I'm not gonna use it because it's Velvet Fawn. And so this is a lip liner, which you could see applied a decent amount of product, went on super creamy, and the color's like pretty spot on. I'm gonna layer the lip gloss over it. So this is also Velvet Muse lip gloss. Or should I do that? Or should I do the lipstick? You know what? I'm gonna do the lipstick and then give my lips a break. So this is Velvet Muse. No, this is Velvet Muse. I already say this is gonna be, so this is Velvet Muse. So it's definitely like if you're looking at the bullet, it's a bit lighter than the bullet if you're looking at the bullet from the side. And I think it's that velvet texture. But when you turn the bullet to see kind of the creamy aspect of the product, then you notice it's actually true to color. So don't judge it by this because it has that finish. Instead go by its little, you know, the overhead look of it all. And this formulation, it's just very, very comfortable. It's very thin. It's as though you're wearing nothing. And to me, again, sort of that matte trance formula from Pat McGrath is sort of like that, a little bit. The matte Revolution formula of Charlotte Tilbury, I do feel that way about. Like I really, really like that formula. And that one though has like a bit of a sheen to it, like a little bit of a kick. And this one doesn't have that sheen. So that's this one. And again, I'm like an NC 20 in MAC. That's normally what I wear, just for reference. And my lips are quite pigmented. So all of that has a definite effect on how color applies. The next item I'm going to put on is the lip gloss, the Muse lip gloss, just so you could see it. And there's definitely enough product with one dip. No double dipping here. It's, it feels so good. I should have ended with this one, shoot. But it just feels, it feels delicious. It just really, really feels, and it's wearable. It's a really wearable color. I think I'm gonna fly through this. It's just nice. During the day, I'm definitely wearing more of like lip gloss, lip balm, colored lip balm. And I have a bunch sitting right by my desk as I'm working from home because I like the color it gives. I don't need a mirror to apply it. And I just sort of, I like the color variation. So I'm constantly kind of changing it up. The next color that I will, I'm sorry. The color that was too pale for me, which sort of had a whiteout effect on my lips, is Velvet Fawn. So that was just a shade too light. So definitely Velvet Muse for me was like my perfect nude. Anything lighter just doesn't look right. It looked a little unhealthy. This one is Velvet Blush. And, you know, if I wasn't talking and if I was being really precise, this would obviously look a lot cleaner. But this is this color. It's this sort of like burnt raspberry color. And I really like, I like that it just sort of lifts my face. And this is almost like an everyday deep color. Like if I wanted to wear lipstick, I wanted people to see, wow, she's really wearing lipstick. This doesn't make me feel like self-conscious. Sometimes if I wear a red or something, it's a little too much for the day. But this is great, especially in the fall. Like this is such a pretty berry color. Ooh, and look, my lights went off, but you can kind of see the difference in lighting. I'll turn my mirror back on. So yeah, that's Velvet Blush. I really like that. I feel like too this would make a great blusher. I'm not gonna fuss around too much, but her formula I think would translate quite nicely on the lips. So that's Velvet Blush. I'll just take that off. And so now we're gonna go into the shades that I had collected from before, which I think are really nice. Just kind of just patting my lips down a little bit. The first color is, do I want to end with Velvet Mint? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I'm gonna do the light Love of My Life, which is a cream formula. This is so nourishing on the lips. You just feel it. This formula is a great formula. This formula is a fantastic formula. She should definitely come out more shades in this formula because I would snatch them up. This feels very much like a tinted balm. It's really, really, really nice. Feels beautiful on lips, really hydrating. Thinner than the gloss. Really, really nice. So this is Love of My Life. It's a cool pink, but it has a splash of warmth in it, and I like it. It's pretty. Again, probably really easy to wear. In fact, I'm gonna leave this one out to have like by my desk because it's so easy to kind of apply. You don't need much. So really love that. We have 3 more shades. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. The next one is, let's do it. Let's do Velvet Ribbon. This one's tricky to put on. And with time, the first application, you just want, oh my God. This color is everything. This color is everything. It's so, it's a beautiful red. I kind of apply it first on the interior and I mush it around, and then I'll go in and try my hardest to apply it around and so that's Velvet Ribbon. I love this color. This is the most beautiful red. It's deep, but it has all this vibrancy, and excuse the wonky lines. What I would normally do, which is a recommendation from Lisa, is I would use a small brush, which I have somewhere around here. And you just take the brush and you just sort of follow the lines of your lips, and you kind of get just a much more precise application. And actually I had designated a small eye brush to do it, but you get the idea. And then that would just help you clean up the lines. And actually you don't even need to add more product. You could just use what you've already applied to clean up the lines. Another thing you can do to soften the look, which is another recommendation of Lisa's, is that you can take that same clean brush and buff around the edges, no extra product, and that kind of blurs the lip line a bit, and it's like the prettiest, softest effect. I really, really like it. Another thing you can do is deepen up the interior with a different color, like let's say putting on, you know, this dark color to create an ombre effect, almost, or to even deepen up the shade. So I kind of did that messily, but you got the idea. You can do a lot with these. This is not just lipstick. This is expression. I love lipstick. I love lipstick. I know that I really kind of, what pushed me over the YouTube edge was talking about eyeshadow, but I think that was more because I wanted to feel like I was using my eyeshadows, and I feel like I had done a really good job decluttering, and I kind of wanted to share that with the world, and to share also that you should appreciate what you have. But if I really think of like the product that brings me instant joy, happiness, it's a lipstick. 100% a lipstick. So easy to collect too, so easy to try formulas and different price points, and so many brands have great formulations, and I just love, I love lips. I love talking. So this is Velvet Decade, which is a really, like, this is 1992 in a lipstick. But what I love about it is, even though it has that brown, which is very retro, it has also this level of like plum in it, which makes it really much more wearable. I mean, this is vampy, but it's not outlandishly vampy. Not that vampy has to be outlandish, but you know what I mean. It's still, it's not so stark that I couldn't put this on. And so this is this color here. And I love that. I love that even with the animal print. I feel very like power, boardroom. I want to go in and fire someone in a boardroom. Who does that remind us of? I'm not saying, but I don't want to do it like that. I want to fire for cause, and you know, have more of a Succession moment. I'm watching Succession right now with my husband, and I really enjoy it. I thought I was gonna really dislike it because they seem like really dislikable people, and even though they are really dislikable people, I'm still enjoying it. Maybe I've come around. I don't know. Quarantine has done a number on me. Now I'm willing to watch a show with dislikable people, but some of the dialogue is really, really funny, and I am enjoying it. Last but not least is Velvet Midnight, which is this vampy color. Again, focus on this shade, not so much the shade you're gonna be seeing on the edge around there. And this is another kind of very powerful shade, I think. It has it's almost like that Revlon Blackberry. This is like sophisticated. Revlon Blackberry. I used to love Revlon Blackberry, but I recently picked it up, and I don't know. It's much streakier than I remember it. I don't know. I think the formula is just pretty streaky. Again, I would probably, you know, apply this with the help of a lip liner or a brush. And actually what I use is a brush because That's what Lisa Eldridge told me to do. But I really love this shade. I mean, this is Blackberry. This is Blackberry, vampy, cool winter formula. So those are the shades I have. That's my entire collection. I plan on having them all live in this gorgeous little pouch on my makeup area, which I'll give a tour of eventually. And yeah, and these are the shades I have. So if you're looking to kind of invest, you know, definitely worth it to me. These are all Velvet Muse, the lippie, Muse, the gloss, Muse, the liner. This is Velvet Blush. This is the gloss in Go Lightly, which is a salmony coral. This is Muse Decade. No, not Muse Decade. Velvet Decade. Velvet Decade, Velvet Ribbon, Velvet Midnight, and Love of My Life, which is that kind of balm formula. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, let me know what kind of lippies are your favorites, and yeah, I'll see you next time. I'll think about other stuff to do to entertain myself and hopefully entertain you too. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.